the day with the auspicious lighting of the lamp, as you will see the live streaming of the same on the screen.
Excuse me.
The ancient tradition of lighting oil lamps has a special significance. When we strike a light with a flourish and light the lamp filled with ghee or oil while reciting the following shloka, Shubham Karoti Kalyanam Arogyam Sampadam Chatrabhuj Vinashaya Deepak Jyoti Namostute, which means, I salute the Supreme, who is the light in the lamp that brings auspiciousness, prosperity, good health, abundance of wealth, and the destruction of intellect's evil. The flame thus lit is called Jyoti or Deepak, representing Agni. It refers to not just the physical light, but symbolizes the cosmic force or divine light. Let the light be lit within us as well. Ladies and gentlemen, the dignitaries and the guests are going to take a very quick short tour of the school campus, and they will be with us in the next 5 to 7 minutes. Kindly bear with us. Please be seated. Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. I feel extremely privileged to welcome the dignitaries for the day. We have amongst us our guest of honor, Srimati Hema Malini. Our chief guest, Shri Piyush Goyal, will join us shortly. We also have with us Shri Jairaj Thakkar and Srimati Urvashi Thakkar. Shri Ashok Gundecha and Srimati Neeta Gundecha. Mrs. Neha Varghese and Mr. Dilip Varghese. Our chairperson, Mr. Sujay Jairaj and Mrs. Meenal Sujay Thakkar. Two very special people are here with us today. They are here to bless their grandchildren's educational venture. Our chairperson's grandmother, Srimati Kesarben Chatrabhuj Narsee. I invite Aviva Chuk to please honor her and felicitate her. We also have with us Shri Mulji Bhai Sechpal, his maternal grandfather. I invite Sia Dande to welcome him with a floral tribute. Thank you for being with us today and for being a part of one of the most wonderful memories of Chatrabhuj Narsee School. Ladies and gentlemen, we have gathered here today for the formal inaugural ceremony of our institute, Chatrabhuj Narsee School. Confucius said, "Life is real simple, but we here insist on making it complete." I would like to add to this by saying, life is real simple, but we here at Chatrabhuj Narsee School insist on making it complete by leading our students from knowledge to life. Jnanat Jeevanam. To set the ball rolling and to give it an auspicious start, let's invoke the blessings of the Almighty. We usually pray to Lord Ganesha before starting anything auspicious. But why only Ganesha? He is the Vignaharta, the remover of all obstacles, and the one associated with wisdom. So I invite on stage the students of Jamnabai Narsee School, Vileparle, to appease Lord Ganesha through their performance.
हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पद आनशृण्वन्नोदिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पद आनशृण्वन्नोदिभिः सीदसादनम् गणानां गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पद आनशृण्वन्नोदिभिः सीदसादनम् गुरुदेवा महेश्वरा गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः.
Thank you, dear students, for giving us such a wonderful start to the evening. On that positive note, I invite on stage the lady who believes we are capable of excellence. Some of us find this path intuitively, while others need to be led from the edge of the nadir to the very zenith of greatness. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the stage the principal of Chatrabhuj Narsee School, Mrs. Merzine Doctor.
Good evening. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you to the inaugural function at the Methibai Devraj Gundecha Foundation's Chatrabhuj Narsee School. I extend a warm welcome to our benevolent trustees, Shri Ashok Gundecha, Srimati Neeta Gundecha, Miss Neha Dilip Varghese, and Miss Meenal Sujay Thakkar. I also welcome the Managing Trustee of Narsee Monji's Educational Trust, Shri Jairaj Thakkar, and Trustee Srimati Urvashi Thakkar. I welcome our Chairperson, Mr. Sujay Jairaj, whose dream of starting a school in honor of his grandfather, Shri Chatrabhuj Narsee, has now been realized. We are honored to have in our midst today Srimati Kesarben Chatrabhuj Narsee, the matriarch of the family, and the newest member of the family, her great-grandson, Aviraj Sujay Thakkar. I welcome our dignitaries, our chief guest of honor, Srimati Hema Malini. Welcome. And to the students and the parents of the school who are in our midst today or watching this live telecast, I welcome you and I thank you for placing your wholehearted trust in us as the pioneering batch of this school. Much has been said about education for the 21st century, fearlessly meeting the needs of an uncertain tomorrow. We have selected a dynamic curriculum, the Cambridge International Examinations, that will prepare our children to face this world. In hindsight, we wonder whether we could have imagined the kind of social, political, economic, scientific, environmental, technological changes that have occurred since we were students. And you are probably wondering now, so how does a school curriculum cater to these needs? Well, single-handedly, it doesn't. It takes a lot more than a well-crafted lesson plan to bring about a change of mindset. Our school emblem is based on the 4 pillars of lifelong learning put forth for the 21st century. Learning to learn, learning to do, learning to be, and learning to live in peace and harmony. This forms the essence of the school vision that permeates through the whole school. It is not the particular board that the school is associated with, but the fundamental philosophy of a school, the overarching principles and the ethos of the school that helps nurture the child's potential and create spaces for them to discover their strength. This uncertainty is bridged by transacting universal values, which this dynamic curriculum believes in, and a sense of understanding, of empathy, and compassion for the world that we live in. But the act itself requires a coming together of the student, the family, the school, and the community at large. For none of us can do this alone. A child has the best ability to become a healthy and productive citizen if the entire community takes an active role in contributing to the rearing of the child. One of my favorite quotes on education has its roots in an ancient proverb. It takes a village to raise a child. And so, this great edifice has been constructed here with the vision that every child that walks through its portals will be a proud citizen of this country and the world. So in the words of Sri Chatrabhuj Narsee, the needs of today are dynamic, so education must transcend boundaries of time and place and must lead us from knowledge to life. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Doctor, for highlighting the importance of transacting universal values through the CIE curriculum for every child to become a unique individual. One of the philosophers said, "Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today." One of the duties of schools and other educational institutes is to teach students to dream, and furthermore, to equip them with skills to accomplish those dreams. A true educational institute is the one that allows students' thoughts to flow freely and mature with age. The dance that is going to be presented now by the students of Jamnabai Narsee speaks of a river symbolizing our school where dreams and aspirations have a free passage. This will be followed by another performance by the students of grade 5, 6, and 7 of Chatrabhuj Narsee School, the theme of which is happiness. Dear students, the stage is all yours now.
एक नदी थी दोनों किनारे थाम के बहती थी एक नदी थी एक नदी थी कोई किनारा छोड़ न सकती थी एक नदी थी
एक नदी थी एक नदी थी
एक नदी थी
एक नदी थी
तोड़ती तो सैलाब आ जाता तोड़ती तो सैलाब आ जाता
करवट ले तो
सारी जमी बह जाती
एक नदी थी
दोनों किनारे थाम के बहती थी एक नदी थी आजाद थी जब झरने की तरह
आजाद थी जब झरने की तरह
झरने की तरह झरने की तरह
आजाद थी जब झरने की तरह चट्टानों पे बहती थी एक नदी थी
एक नदी थी
नदी थी, दोनों किनारे थाम के बहती थी एक नदी थी।
एक नदी थी दोनों किनारे, एक नदी थी दोनों किनारे थाम के बहती थी एक नदी
थी, कोई किनारा
एक नदी थी, कोई किनारा छोड़ न सकती थी।
Fighting flames of fire, hang on to burning wires. We don't care anymore. Are we fading lovers? We keep wasting colors. Maybe we should let this go. We've fallen apart, still we hold together. We passed the end, still we chase forever. This is all we know. This feeling's all we know. I'll ride my bike up to the road, down the streets, right through the city. I'll go everywhere you go, from Chicago to the coast. You tell me hit this and let's go. Blow the smoke right through the window, 'cause this is all we know. Guess this is all we know. Guess this is all we know. Never face each other, one bed, different covers. We don't care anymore. Two hearts still beating on with different rhythms. Maybe we should let this go. We've fallen apart, still we hold together. We passed the end, still we chase forever. Guess this is all we know. This feeling's all we know. I'll ride my bike up to the road, down the streets, right through the city. I'll go everywhere you go, from Chicago to the coast. You tell me hit this and let's go. Blow the smoke right through the window, 'cause this is all we know. Guess this is all we know. Guess this is all we know.
आजकल जिंदगी मुझसे है कह रही, तू जो मेरी माने तो चल दीवाने सपनों की राहों में तू, सारी खुशबुओं को सारी रोशनी को ले ले इन बाहों में तू। अब है तू जहां दिन रात सारे नए हैं, आरज़ू जवां जज्बात सारे नए हैं। ओहो तेरे लिए नहीं है ज़मीन या आसमां, लिख दे हवाओं पे कोई नई दास्तां। तेरे लिए नहीं है ज़मीन या आसमां, लिख दे हवाओं पे कोई नई दास्तां।
इतनी सी हंसी, इतनी सी खुशी, इतना सा टुकड़ा चांद का, ख्वाबों के तिनकों से चल बनाए आशियाँ। इतनी सी हंसी, इतनी सी खुशी, इतना सा टुकड़ा चांद का, ख्वाबों के तिनकों से चल बनाए आशियाँ।
दबे दबे पाँव से आए हौले हौले जिंदगी, होठों पे कुंडी चढ़ा के हम ताले लगा के चल गुमसुम तराने चुप के गाए। आधी आधी बांट ले आजा दिल की ये ज़मीन, थोड़ा सा तेरा सा होगा थोड़ा मेरा भी होगा अपना ये आशियाँ।
इतनी सी हंसी, इतनी सी खुशी, इतना सा टुकड़ा चांद का, ख्वाबों के तिनकों से चल बनाए आशियाँ। चितिक तक तक चिक तक, चितिक तक तक चिक, चितिक तक तक चिक तक, चितिक तक तक चिक, चितिक तक तक, चितिक तक, चितिक तक, चितिक तक तक चिक, चितिक तक तक चिक, चितिक तक तक चिक, चितिक तक तक चिक, चितिक तक तक चिक। झूले सितारों की नोक नोक हाथों को खींच के हम, चाहे तो चांद रख ले टिफिन में, मन में जो सोच ले हम। आया है दूर तक देश अपना, जाएंगे दूर तक हम, देखेगी दुनिया जलवे हमारे, यूं जगमगाएंगे हम। बीते कल से हमको सीखते जाना है, नए कल की कल कल से पल पल सजाना है। बीते कल से हमको सीखते जाना है, नए कल की कल कल से पल पल सजाना है। सूरज अपनी मुट्ठी में है कुल बुला रहा, नया सवेरा रिस रिस के बाहर है आ रहा। बादल पे पाँव है या छूटा गाँव है, अब तो भाई चल पड़ी अपनी ये नाव है। बादल पे पाँव है या छूटा गाँव है, अब तो भाई चल पड़ी अपनी ये नाव है।
Thank you, dear students, for that wonderful performance and the message that you have conveyed through that. We are all definitely infected by the bug of happiness right here. The dances for the day, ladies and gentlemen, are choreographed by Janil and Mana. Ladies and gentlemen, Janil and Mana and the entire JNS group had a performance this morning at Bhaidas Hall. Kudos to the enthusiasm of these children that they have come straight from there to perform for us today, this evening. Thank you, students. Thanks a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to share my understanding of our patron's philosophy. While I was being inducted into the CNS family when I joined last year, I was introduced to the great soul, Sri Chatrabhuj Narsee. I heard many anecdotes during our meetings about his philosophy on life and education. He believed that all learning must be a joyful experience. Every time we as teachers keep thinking how we can make every class, each day, a joyful experience. And in that quest of new classroom strategies, I came across his second philosophy. A teacher must be an eternal learner. Therefore, in-service training is of primary importance. In all this, we become what Sri Chatrabhuj Narsee believed. A teacher, like a flame, has to enlighten his or her student, and the student must strive to excel in all endeavor. The child must learn to excel for his or her own sake. Self-study must be an integral feature of the child's education. The 21st century global citizens need to equip themselves with skills like data handling, data analysis, application, synthesis, and evaluation. I realized that these thoughts by Sri Chatrabhuj Narsee are timeless and apt for us as teachers and educationists, even today. I request Shri Jairaj Thakkar and Mr. Sujay Jairaj to please escort our guests and dignitaries to the stage. I request our pre-primary head, Mrs. Rupa Lobo, to please hand over the gifts for felicitation to Shri Ashok Gundecha. I request Shri Ashok Gundecha to please welcome and felicitate Srimati Hema Malini with a token of our appreciation. His faith and belief is that the needs of a society are dynamic, and so is education. An integrated curriculum enables students to fearlessly meet the needs and challenges of tomorrow. May I now invite to the dais our chairperson, the young and multifaceted Mr. Sujay Jairaj.
A very good evening to each one of you present here today. Firstly, let me begin by saying, welcome to Methibai Devraj Gundecha Foundation's Chatrabhuj Narsee School. I would like to thank Mrs. Hema Malini for gracing this occasion of the inaugural event of Chatrabhuj Narsee School. Friends, we had to reschedule the program a bit because Piyush was running a little late. But when someone is working for the country, I think we have to let go of it. So, he should be arriving soon. He should be here in 5 minutes. And we thank the cooperation that you all have given us. It will be very tough for me to explain how excited I am today, as this started with Meenal and myself discussing the school project sometime in 2009. And here, in 2016, we are ready with the school building. With a dream that has taken shape, and with a very enthusiastic team who has worked very hard for us to achieve this day. I would like to thank each and every member who has directly and indirectly contributed in creating such a beautiful edifice. I would like to give some information about the trust and the school. The trust, the Methibai Devraj Gundecha Foundation, with its motto, Prajwalito Gnanmay Pradeep, means the lamp of knowledge is lit forever. And that's the logo of the trust, right behind. The Gundecha family, as developers, have been one of the pioneers in the development of this area that we are located in. Meenal's family runs Sea Princess Realty, which has developed the Gundecha Premier Building, the Gundecha Trillium Project, and the Gundecha Solitaire, located right on the Western Express Highway. At this point, I would like to applaud the vision, efforts, and generosity of the trustees of Methibai Devraj Gundecha Foundation, Mr. Ashok Gundecha, Ms. Neeta Gundecha, Ms. Neha Varghese, and Ms. Meenal Thakkar for providing such a beautiful piece of land and building for the school, which will serve the community with providing education of the highest standards for a lifetime. About Chatrabhuj Narsee School. Chatrabhuj Bhai was a leading industrialist and a philanthropist, and hence the school is named after him as a tribute to his work for the society. The motto of the school is Gnanat Jivanam, which translates to from knowledge to life. At Chatrabhuj Narsee School, we aspire to provide excellence in education to every student who walks through its portals. The needs of the society are dynamic, and so is education. An integrated curriculum enables students to fearlessly meet the needs and challenges of tomorrow. The school will strive to create leaders who are creative, inventive, and capable of designing a roadmap for the future. Our aim is to provide international standards of education rooted in Indian wisdom and ethos. I would like to give some information about the infrastructure of Chatrabhuj Narsee School. Our school is located on a sprawling 3-acre campus. The school building is directly overlooking the national park, which you all must have seen in the evening, giving a beautiful green view for a lifetime, as there will be no development there in the future. As we had a large area of 3 acres, we decided to make 2 separate buildings with approximately 220,000 square feet of construction in total. One catering from nursery to the 5th grade, and the second catering from the 6th to the 12th grade. We have large classrooms and a ratio of only 24 students per class for the pre-primary and 32 students in a class from 1st to the 12th grade. We have a beautiful design in Chatrabhuj Narsee School, where we have 6 divisions for each standard and a very large central interactive space for multiple activities for each one of them. We have lots of technology in the classroom, with each room having a 55-inch LED TV, wireless internet all throughout the campus, Apple iPads and computers for teachers and students so they can directly stream the work of presentations on the TV through Apple TVs, and so on. Besides, we have this large 400 capacity multipurpose hall where we are currently seated, a 100-seater convention center where some of them are seated right now and watching this live, library, science labs, music and dance rooms, counseling rooms, healthcare unit, and more, all in the first building itself. We also have a daycare facility, which I believe will be a unique offering and a boon for many. Today, we have the inaugural event of the first building, which is operational. Soon, we will have the second building ready, which will have more facilities proposed in the future, like indoor sports hall for multi-sport, a professional rock climbing wall, libraries and science labs for the secondary section, a swimming pool, and much more. And that will be ready sometime in 2018, right across the playground. A dynamic young entrepreneur and a leader, late Shri Hastiraj Devraj Gundecha, has been a beacon of light in the Gundecha family. My personal favorite space and a big highlight of the campus is a large 50,000 square feet playground in the center of 2 buildings, which is being developed with a professional turf for various sports. And this has been dedicated in the memory of Shri Hastibhai. In fact, that's a map of the playground right behind. So we have a beautiful running track, football grounds, tennis, basketball, cricket nets. We are going to have this ready within the next 2 months, and we hope to have you all over once again. Before I call upon Meenal to tell you more about the project, I would like to thank my parents, Mr. Jairaj Thakkar and Mrs. Urvashi Thakkar, who have been the guiding force and a pillar of strength in every endeavor I undertake. Without my parents, I would have not been able to do anything. Thank you so much. Meenal. Yeah.
A very good evening and a warm welcome to each one of you present here today. On 13 November 2014 was when the foundation stone was laid for the school, and here we are today in the inaugural function of Methibai Devraj Gundecha Foundation's Chatrabhuj Narsee School. The school has been a dream project, and we have provided state-of-the-art infrastructure to provide ideal learning environment. Leading by example, he strongly believes in all-round development of each individual, and his principled and disciplined approach is well appreciated by each one of us. I would like to thank Jairaj Thakkar, the Managing Trustee of Narsee Monjee Educational Trust, for his support and guidance while planning this project. Mr. Jairaj Thakkar's contributions to the society as a philanthropist has been commendable, and we always get inspired by his good deeds. Thank you. As you all know, Sujay has been very passionate about providing the best education to the community. With his passion, expertise, and vision for this project, I'm sure this school will change the landscape of K-12 education, not only in Kandivali, but in the city of Mumbai. Shri Chatrabhuj Bhai always said, the institution is more important than the individual. We should follow this philosophy at the school with flourish as a happy school with a smile on each one's face. be it the student, the teacher, non-teaching staff, the support staff, the security staff, and anyone who's associated with it. We welcome Piyush ji. Thank you for joining us. I would like to thank Mr. Ashok Gundecha, Anita Gundecha, Neha, and Dilip Verghese for their unconditional support for this project and all the projects that we undertake at Sea Princess Realty. I would like to thank Jeetubai Deliwala and my full team at Sea Princess Realty for getting this project done in time. I would like to appreciate the efforts of the principal, Mrs. Merzeen Doctor, and manager, Mr. Swapnil Samant, and their full team for working long hours to achieve this day and best quality in place. Thank you so much.
The Gundecha family has etched its name in the realty world since the 1960s. The dynamic Mr. Ashok Gundecha has given it a new direction and taken it to further heights. The managing trustee of Methibai Devraj Gundecha Foundation's Trust, Mr. Ashok Gundecha. Thank you, sir, for your support in laying the foundation of Chatrabhuj Narsee School. May I now invite the person who believes in unconditional commitment to impart education, the Managing Trustee of Narsee Monji Educational Trust, a man with vision and foresight, Shri Jairaj Thakkar.
Respected Piyush ji, respected Hema ji, dignitaries on the dais, members of staff, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Chatrabhuj Narsee School and all of us, I thank Piyush ji and Hema ji for accepting our invitation and to be here with us today. Though their schedule is over busy schedule, but they could make it, and we really thank them to be here with us. Piyush bhai, you have missed good dances our children have done. The performance was fantastic, but because of traffic, I think you have missed maybe next time. So we had to start the program. I welcome Mrs. Piyush ji also in our midst. I would like to thank the trustees of Methibai Devraj Gundecha Foundation for providing such a beautiful land for the school. Thank you very much, and the school is coming up very well. And of course, I thank the students. They have wonderfully performed, and I hope you all have enjoyed that. Sri Chatrabhuj Bhai Narsee, my father, was a founder and managing trustee of Narsee Monji Educational Trust. And he was also president of various prestigious organizations like Sri Vileparle Keloni Mandal, Nanavati Hospital for over almost 25 years. And he has a vision to provide education of the highest standards. He always believed in giving back to the society where we have prospered. The motto of Chatrabhuj Narsee School is from knowledge to life. Friends, we must remember that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step, and that is education. We strongly believe that a happy child makes a concerned and caring adult. I would like to just quote a quote I have read of Mahatma Gandhi ji, and he has said so frankly at that time also that live as if we were to die tomorrow. Live as if we were to die tomorrow. learn as if we were to live forever. So friends, learning process continues throughout our life. And I thank all these teachers and staff members for their real noble job they are doing, teaching the children, good children, mischievous children, the way they train. I must congratulate all of them. Keep it up. All the very best. My son Sujay and daughter-in-law Minal are actively involved in the school, and the school is shaping up very well. We are always there to help and guide them. But friends, what I have seen, that today's generation is really very innovative, very fast in thinking. So sometimes what happens is we need their help, and they are very happy to help us. So keep it up, help each other. I think that is a good way to do. All the very best to Sujay and Minal. You are doing wonderful work. Once again, I would like to thank Piyush ji and Hema ji to be with us, and all of you to be with us. Thank you very much. Thank you.
We will tirelessly walk up the journey of 1,000 miles with the first step that we have taken here from Chatrabhuj Narsee School towards this noble deed of education. Thank you, sir. Our guest of honor, ladies and gentlemen, does not need an introduction. If I get started, I think I might fall short of words. She is not only a Bollywood actress, producer, and director, but above all, an accomplished Bharatnatyam dancer. She has bagged a number of awards during the tenure of her film career and is now continuing her journey as a BJP representative and is also a member of Parliament for the Lok Sabha. The Dream Girl, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with a round of applause to the dais, Srimati Hema Malini.
अखंड मंडलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. श्री पीयूष गोयल जी, जयराज टक्कर जी, उर्वशी जी, अशोक गुंडेचा जी, सुजय जयराज, मिन्नल जयराज, the principal of Chatrabhuj Narsee School, the students and the parents. I feel extremely happy to be part of the inauguration of today for Chatrabhuj Narsee School in Kandiveli. Sri Chatrabhuj ji was a great man. He had established so many institutions in his lifetime. He has contributed a lot for the educational institutions and a lot of social activities in the suburbs of Mumbai. I had the honor of knowing him personally. Both my daughters, Aisha and Ahana, are educated from this school. They still have beautiful memories of this school. They can't stop talking about the school, their experience here. That is the kind of school it was at Juhu, Jamnabai Narsee School at Juhu. And that is the time I had a lot of opportunity to interact with Chatrabhuj Narsee ji. He was a wonderful person. Also, I had the time to be very, very friendly with the entire family. Jamnabai Narsee School was one of the most prestigious, wonderful school in Mumbai. I am glad his son, Jayaraji and Urvashi are carrying forward the legacy of Chatrabhuj ji so beautifully. And today, so glad to know his grandson, Sujay, and Minal, both are following the footsteps of his grandfather. And they have established this beautiful institution here in Kandiveli. I'm sure they are going to do a great job. My best wishes to both Sujay and Minal and to the entire faculty of the school. Annadanam Param Danam Vidyadanam Ati Paramam. Even in the scriptures it says that knowledge is the supreme gift. The children get the beautiful development, personality development, social development, a national building, and they become a wonderful citizen of the country. So I just witnessed a beautiful dance performed by the students of Jamnabai. So I must congratulate them. They really performed very well. And my best wishes and congratulations to Sujay, Ashok Gundejaji, and the entire faculty of Kandiveli. And I am sure the children from this area will be very much benefited by the school. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hema Malini ji, for refreshing the memories of our patron for us today on this auspicious day. I now request our principal, Mrs. Merzine, Doctor, to please hand over the gift to felicitate Shri Piyush Goyal. I request Shri Jairaj Thakkar to please welcome and felicitate our chief guest for the day, Shri Piyush Goyal. Our chief guest for the day, ladies and gentlemen, is the Minister of State with independent charge for power, coal, new and renewable energy and mines in the Government of India. He is currently a member of the Rajya Sabha and was earlier the National Treasurer for the BJP. A chartered accountant by profession who has advised top corporates on management strategy and growth. During his 30-year-long political career, he has held several important positions at different levels in the BJP. He is also a great debater, well known for his eloquence and repartee, and he can make any debate come alive. Please join me in welcoming to the dais Shri Piyush Goyal.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I didn't know that. That's a very new introduction that I've heard for the first time. Most respected Hema Malini ji, a person who really cares for young children, somebody who's been very passionately involved both in the cultural milieu and in the political life in India for several years. And somebody I think we all love to watch, adore, to enjoy her wonderful performances. But Jairaj bhai, ये हॉल जब आपने तय किया तब मैं आने वाला था. हेमा जी आने वाली थी तो मैदान पे बड़ा प्रोग्राम करना चाहिए था और लोगों को अच्छा लगता. Jairaj bhai and Urvashi Ben, Sujay and Minal Bhabhi, Shri Ashok Gundecha ji and Principal Mrs. Merzine Doctor. I have a lot of friends sitting here also, Ashok ji and Asif, I have Baman, so many people, but I'll not get into all the acknowledgements. But wonderful to be amongst all of you in this beautiful school. Every time Jairaj bhai invites me to a new property of his new educational institution, I make it a point to go because it's a great learning experience. He does such wonderful work in the field of education. And thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to see this lovely school. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Chatrabhuj Narsee School, I was trying to look at the history of this institution, and truly a remarkable story of excellence. 45 years in the field of education, and most importantly, I don't live in the Juhu region, but I do have one very great connect with this school. If there's any friend I know in that whole area, I'm sure to get a call from him for an admission for his son or daughter or niece. And I think there can be no better recognition of the fact that you're providing probably the finest quality of education this side of town by the sheer fact that the merit in the school is so high that every parent desires that his child, his ward, gets admission, gets an opportunity to benefit from the high quality of academic excellence and all-round development that the Narsee Monji institutions give. My congratulations for all the good work that you have done over these years. Of course, you have very ably taken forward the work of the late Sri Chatrabhuj Bhai. But the one important aspect I observed whenever I've had a chance, I'd once come earlier, Ashok ji will remember where I had come last time. What I found very distinct in your style of education is that it's more holistic in its approach. It's not just about the academics. Sports is an integral part of education provided by your schools. Social causes and social activities is given a major thrust. The very fact that you have looked at the comprehensive development of a child is what attracts talent to come to your school, and obviously that will result in very high academic standards also. In fact, this year we are celebrating the birth centenary of Pandit Deendayal Upadhyay, who's the ideologue of the Bharatiya Janasangh and now the BJP. And I see a resonance between his ideology and your pattern of education. Because one of the things I was told was that Chatrabhuj Bhai believed in making education a joyful experience. Now, a joyful experience today is being recognized all over the world. I'm sure many of you have heard that now we are talking of the Gross Happiness Index. Now, Gross Happiness Index is a phenomena of the last few years. You suddenly are finding Europe is starting to discuss about happiness. Now people are recognizing Bhutan, even though not a very highly developed country, but a country which has the highest levels of happiness amongst the people. आप धारावी में चले जाइए, कोई झोपड़पट्टी, कोई गांव में चले जाइए, शायद पैसा आप लोग के जितना नहीं होगा उनके पास, पर खुशी का जीवन बीतने का जो उनका उमंग है, जीवन में जो खुशी देखने को मिलती है, जो उत्साह है जीवन के प्रति, वो शायद हम शहरी लोगों को, और जितना ज़्यादा पैसा शायद उतना कम खुशी ये कई जगह देखने को मिलती है. Western societies have degraded over the last few years. More focus on material wealth, less focus on happiness, less focus on how their children are growing up, what are the value systems, what is the traditional family system that they are living in. और वास्तव में 50 वर्ष पहले जब पंडित दीनदयाल उपाध्याय ने इस विषय को देश के समक्ष रखा था कि व्यक्ति का जीवन तभी संपूर्ण रूप से अच्छा माना जा सकता है जब पैसा भी हो, उन्होंने कोई पैसे को नकारा नहीं था. It's not as if material wealth has no place in our life, but it's a composite happiness that comes out of your wealth, it comes out of your society, it comes out of your relationships, your relatives, your family, the value systems that is inculcated in you, the neighborhood in which you are working and living, your leisure activities, your recreation, the quality of education, quality of health care. जब सभी विषयों में समाज चिंता करे और एक व्यक्ति को संपूर्ण रूप से उसके व्यक्तित्व का, उसकी पर्सनालिटी का हर दृष्टि से विकास हो, तभी जाके व्यक्ति के जीवन में आनंद भी आता है. And a joyful education, as Chatrabhuj Bhai had originally envisaged, cannot be complete unless there are the other aspects. But no life can be happy without a joyful experience in school, in education. And I'm delighted that the Narsee Monji group of schools believes that life cannot be complete without knowledge. And knowledge is only one aspect of a composite life, of a complete life that an individual enjoys. I'm delighted that all of you are going to benefit, are going to experience this education, the children who are here, some of the parents who have assembled here. And I'm sure that in the years ahead, this experience will hold all of these children who are going to benefit from the Chatrabhuj Narsee School in Kandivali, from the highest standards of education that you are very well known for. I was also told you have planned very good facilities for the Divyang children also. I believe the entire facility is able to handle specially abled children. I think that's another very, very important aspect of the school, something that makes all of us proud, particularly when our government has decided that we are going to have a special focus on the Divyangs and ensure that all government schools and institutions also are designed to be able to facilitate smooth access and smooth enjoyment of facilities by the Divyang children also. So I was really delighted when that aspect was brought to my notice. In fact, there are two things that a good school can give to children, particularly as we make them good citizens of the nation, citizens of tomorrow. The two gifts that we can give them are roots and wings. When we give them a high quality education rooted in our tradition, rooted in Indian culture, rooted in Indian value systems, I think we are preparing them to be good citizens of this country. But unless we teach them to dream, unless we enable them to come up with the best in each one of those children, unless we help them take wings, help them explore the world in whichever field they feel most interested in, I think this nation will not progress. In fact, if one was to assess what makes America great, and I'm not going to use that old saying that it's not America, it's not the highways that made America, or that all of those old sayings. But I believe America's strength comes out of its innovation, comes out of its capacity to think refreshingly new, come up with new technologies, new research, new development. And I believe we in India now need to reorient our education to help our children take wings, help our children innovate, help our children lead the world rather than follow the world. And in that sense, probably the lessons we learned from the movie Three Idiots is really a guiding light for all good educational institutions. That we should encourage children to pursue the path that they are most interested in, pursue the vocation in life that they are most suitable for, rather than thrusting on them a very well-defined curriculum, which may only prepare them to be maybe an academically bright student, but clearly not prepare them to pursue excellence in life. And in that sense, your holistic pattern of education where sports has a role, extracurricular activities have a role, social and traditional value systems are inculcated in children, I think is the best way to develop a good child, a good citizen of tomorrow. After all, unless we encourage children to take chances, I don't think we'll be able to really develop an evolved society. And we must encourage children to explore the uncharted waters. And that's what makes me most delighted about the pattern of education that the Narsee Monji institutions follow, I'm sure technology will be a focus area in the institution. Blending technology with high quality physical infrastructure is the way forward. I hope your children also connect with the digital world in terms of living an honest life. These days the government is engaged in demonetization and remonetization of the economy. Certainly some of you have had to face some pain, but then all change is painful initially. No change can be absolutely smooth, and no change in mindset can happen overnight. Here we are trying to change the way this nation works for the last several decades. That change in mindset, that change in the manner of working in the country is sought to be done by the Honorable Prime Minister. And I would seek the blessings and support of all of you assembled here, particularly of the youth, in helping other people also understand the power of change, the power of technology, the power of running an honest life, the power of running an honest business life or vocation in life. In fact, just before I came here, I was reading a story about a school where an inspector had gone to inspect the facilities of the school and the academic excellence. And when the inspector came to the school, he probably gave some words in English many years ago. Words in English to the children to spell out on a piece of paper. After giving that test, the inspector left the classroom. Teacher was supervising, and teacher was watching all the children's answer paper to see that they've responded well. Because if all the children gave all the right spellings, the school would probably have got a very high grading by the inspector. But there was one child who was making a mistake in one word. His name was Mohan. He was making a mistake in one of the spellings of a word which he didn't know. So teacher chided him and said, "Why don't you copy it from your neighbor and spell it right?" Despite that, the child refused to copy. And in the whole class, everybody was able to get all the spellings right, except that young boy Mohan. I don't know what happened to the rankings of that school, but certainly that test gave this country the father of the nation. And you have Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, who made a mistake in that spelling, but showed the world the power of truth, showed the world the power of acknowledging somebody's failure, acknowledging a mistake, but learning from that mistake to be a better citizen, to be a better leader of the country. And I think that's what each of the child of this great institution is going to learn and take forward. I compliment you for Jairaj Bhai, I compliment you Sujay, Minal, Bhabhi, for all the good work you have done over the years. And I wish you and all your institutions great success in the years to come. Anything that we can do, that we can associate with, we'll be delighted to. I heard you set up the first green school in Gujarat, in the smart city, gift city of Gujarat. And it's a gold certified school. I wish more and more schools become more conscious of using renewable energy, clean energy, particularly when all of us are tasked with leaving behind a better world than what we inherited. Mahatma Gandhi had said, we are all trustees who have inherited earth so that we can do something better and leave a better world for the next generation. I think while green energy and climate change are areas that the world has taken note of, and all of us are working to address the serious challenge of climate change, to reduce pollution, bring down the impact of carbon dioxide or the ozone depleting HFCs and stuff like that. At the same time, this effort to clean the way the country works, to make this country a more honest country, to make this country a country free of corruption, free of black money, free of terror, is a similar effort to leave behind for the next generation a better country to live in, I'm sure it will receive the support and the blessings of all the elders in this room. And I'm sure all the young boys and girls here will absorb a new India, a better India to live in, a more honest and decent India where work is done with honesty, where the future of India is bright, and we can all become a part of the world as citizens of an enlightened, citizens of a better place to live in. My compliments to all of you and best wishes for the new year ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We will strive to uphold the happiness quotient higher here at Chatrabhuj Narsee School. And we will also make sure that we will nurture the roots and give flight to the little wings. And above all, we will see to it that the students here become productive, not just national citizens, but also global citizens and leaders of tomorrow. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I now invite a lady who has always been a teacher at heart. She has spent more than 4 decades with the Narsee Monji Educational Trust, the ex-principal of Jamnabai Narsee School, and currently the senior advisor of Chatrabhuj Narsee School, our mentor, Mrs. Vaz. May I invite her to propose a formal vote of thanks.
Thank you, Shruti. Before I propose a formal vote of thanks, we are blessed with the presence of Shri Pratapbhai Surji Vallabhdas, a nanogenarian who has, for every function of ours, come and inspired us by his diligence, by his stamina, by his presence. Thank you, Pratapbhai, and may I request Sujay Jairaj to felicitate him. He is 100 years centenarian. Please give him a hearty round of applause. Respected trustees of Metibai Devraj Gundecha Foundation, Mr. Ashok Gundecha, Mrs. Neeta Gundecha, Mrs. Neha Varghese, Mrs. Meenal Thakkar, Managing Trustee of Narsee Monji Educational Trust, Mr. Jairaj Thakkar, Trustee Mrs. Urvashi Thakkar, Chairperson of Chatrabhuj Narsee School, Mr. Sujay Jairaj, I am privileged to propose this vote of thanks and say a big thank you to one and all present here on the days, the dignitaries, invited guests, people sitting in the atrium, people present in the convention center, and those that are watching us alive on the live telecast from the comfort of their home. Thank you for your presence, for your support, for your warm wishes, and for your blessings on this auspicious occasion of the formal inauguration of Chatrabhuj Narsee School. I thank God Almighty for the presence of our another nanogenarian, Srimati Kesarben Chatrabhuj Narsee. She's been another example to all of us to walk straight, to be present punctually at every function. Thank you, Kesarben, for your blessings, and we thank God Almighty for your presence here with us. With a deep sense of appreciation, on behalf of all of you, I thank Mr. Piyush Goyal for reminding us teachers that the sanskar comes from the family, the roots, and we teachers put the wind in the wings of the children. Piyush Bhai, your decisive leadership, your vision for the future, your work in all the areas of coal, mines, new and renewable energy is charting a path of economic progress for the nation, and a little bit of that snapshot you gave it to us today by telling us how important the schooling is with comprehensive education and how we teachers have to talk to our children about inheriting a better India for our children for tomorrow. Thank you for your effort. When she arrived at the gate, all heads turned. And Hemaji mesmerized the entire atrium. Everybody was delighted, and so was I. From the time that she made her debut in Idu Satyam, at the Tamil film, she's been a Idu Satyam to Jairaj Bhai and to Urvashi Ben, all through her life with the two children. Thank you, ma'am. And you said, Annadanam is very important, but Vidyadanam is more important than that. And we are in the business of Vidyadanam. Thank you for your presence. A special thanks for the family of Ashok Bhai Gundecha. He has spent his family resources to set up this grand edifice in this village, which will no longer be called a village. It will be a center of attraction for all the entire community of this area to get education. Thank you, Ashok Bhai. Thank you, all the trustees of the Metibai Devraj Gundecha Foundation. Ever since in 2009, we conceptualized the idea of setting up Chatrabhuj Narsee School in this area. One couple that has unrelentedly given support to this is Jairaj Bhai and Urvashi Ben. We thank you for your constant support and guidance to your children and to the next generation to come. Thank you. CIE curriculum is translated in our school, and a great support that we get always from the CIE director, Ms. Ruchira, and the development manager, Mr. Vinayak Sudhakar. I don't think they are there, but it is my duty to thank them. Mr. Vinayak Sudhakar, Mr. Ruchira Ghosh, are you there? I thank you profusely for your presence and your support always for translating this beautiful curriculum to our students. Thank you, all invited guests, parents of the students of Chatrabhuj Narsee School, all the dignitaries for your presence. An event like this cannot be done overnight. Our principal, Mrs. Marzeen Doctor, and her faculty, our administrator, Mr. Swapnil Sawant, and his faculty, all the auxiliary staff, all the security staff have gone beyond their call of duty to put up this program today and to transact the curriculum from 1st of August 2016. We thank you, ma'am, profusely, and all the faculty that is there in Chatrabhuj Narsee School. I must make a special mention of two of our students, Mana Unadkat and Janal Mehta, the senior secondary students of Jamnabai Narsee School, who have, despite their busy schedule of studies, have choreographed the dance and the dance themselves and taught our students of Chatrabhuj Narsee School these beautiful steps of happiness quotient. Thank you, Mana. Thank you, Janil, wherever you are. My vote of thanks will not be complete unless I remember our patron, Sri Chatrabhuj Bhai, who said, "Let learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure." Thank you, Chatrabhuj Bhai, wherever you are. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Mrs. Vaz. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now have the school song followed by the national anthem, after which you may go and pick up the students from the atrium, the participating students. So please rise for the school song followed by the national anthem.
Before that, I think this is more deserved by Mrs. Vaz. Can we please go?
Forward, onward, upward. The next camp is in sight. The road is dark, but I'm led on by your invincible light.
The flame of knowledge shines, once lit will ever abide.
Let the future fearless dawn. I look to lead with pride. Today we build tomorrow. The future is ours to rule. We rise from knowledge to light at Chatrabhuj Narsee School.
Now all this on for pillar stands, the makers of my destiny.
A desire to learn, to be, to do, to live in peace and harmony.
More than just five senses,
Five dimensions define me. I transcend the mere material
to be all that I can be.
Today we build tomorrow. The future is ours to rule. We rise from knowledge to light at Chatrabhuj Narsee School. Today we build tomorrow. The future is ours to rule. We rise from knowledge to light at Chatrabhuj Narsee School.
Looks like a technical glitch. We all know our national anthem very well. Let's sing it together.
सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल ध्यायत जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Ladies and gentlemen, Thank you once again for being here with us and sharing this great memory of the inaugural ceremony. The dinner is served on the terrace. I request all of you all to be seated for 5-10 minutes more, as our dignitaries will be escorted to the terrace first. The participating students may be collected from the atrium on the ground floor.